What the heck's going on with international intent data, right? It's becoming more and more hard to find, and I'm not really sure why.
A few things have happened, and we'll hear similar concerns from international teams if we start out working with the U.S. division. When we get introduced initially to the team that's in like Europe, for instance, they'll say, "Oh yeah, well it's easy for our teams in the U.S. to do this personalization because they have all this intent data to work with, and over here it's just not the same. The volumes are lower, the quality is lower, and it's really privacy regulation driven changes. And overall, it's really good things that are happening, I think, in the privacy market. But before GDPR, which came around in 2018, and a lot of people like me and maybe you signed like 50 DPAs in like May 2018. But before that, the companies that were doing predictive, so to speak, were a lot of that data was coming from essentially wiretapping the ad exchanges. So every time an ad got served, they would, kind of read that data without anyone knowing that this was happening, turning that into company data and then selling it as intent. And GDPR shut that down. So bid stream data now in Europe is largely masked. Another data source for this was Oracle's tool Add This. They pulled that out of the European market in 2018, right before GDPR, for similar reasons. Google's expiring third-party cookies. That's going to affect lots and lots of tracking too. So for marketers, the way I try to emphasize this message about where intent's headed right now is that privacy, I think 2 or 3 years ago, everyone was paying a lot of attention to privacy because there was a lot of risk associated with it. We need to get these contacts, non-opted in contacts out of our database, need to be careful about what we put in. All that's true. But really, the future, why it matters, is not just risk, it's about scale. Like, if you don't have privacy compliant data to put into your systems, you're not going to be able to scale a program.